Hello, this is Kush Sharma from smoothblogging.com. This is the adding content to your blog series of videos, and this video is about writing good articles for your blog. So let's see how that is done. Now, this is short and simple, and what I'm just going to tell you is something very basic, and it's all about quality when it comes to writing good content and good articles on your blog. Okay, so if you remember in the previous videos, we had these two articles. Now, obviously, if you see the content of these articles, I've not really written anything because these were just for samples. But when you wrote these articles for your own blog, whatever your articles were about, just make sure that they are quality articles. By quality, I mean that there are a few parameters that you have to consider when you write an article on your blog. Okay, the first is that they there should not be any grammatical error in your article. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to have Shakespeare like English, but all I'm saying is that you cannot afford to have basic grammatical mistakes, because search engines like Google are very smart these days. So they will not put your site, at a higher rank if they come to know that the quality of your article or the grammar in your article is not good. Okay, and more importantly, even the readers that come to your blog, they'll not be satisfied, and they will not come back to your blog if they think that you don't write articles which are grammatically correct. Okay, the second parameter you have to consider is the length of the article. Now, many people say you always have to write very long articles. That's true in a way, but I don't totally believe that. I can say that you should have a mix. So if you're writing short articles, make sure that there are also some articles which are very long. Okay, because uh, usually it's considered that if the article is long, it provides more value to the reader, and that is true in some way because you're giving more information in a longer article. But it's fine, sometimes you can have shorter articles, sometimes you can have longer articles, but just don't have only short articles. Okay, the third parameter to consider is whatever content you write, make sure it's not copied from anywhere. Okay, if that's the case, your website will not rank on Google, because Google does not like content which is copied from somewhere else. Your readers might like it because they don't know whether it's copied or not, but you lose your ranking on Google and other search engines because they don't like content which is copied. So be original, do the research. It is hard work, but just remember that once that article is up, it's going to stay there forever. So make sure it's your best one. Okay, the the fourth parameter, and it's a very important parameter, is that the layout of your article should be very good. So if you're talking about any subject, make sure you give a nice little summary to start off with, then you go into the detail of the article, and then you sum it up and conclude. Okay, so it gives a nice flow. Okay, it's just like writing an essay. Okay, and I'm going to illustrate this point by just giving you an example of two websites. So these are two websites. One is Bangkok.com and the other is bk.asiacity.com. Both are similar websites. They give you reviews of restaurants, clubs, and hotels in Bangkok. Okay, but if you see, now there's this Bolan restaurant. Okay, so let's just see. Now these sites give you reviews of these places. Now let's just look at the review that Bangkok.com has written for Bolan. Okay, now you can see the article is in nice little paragraphs. It has a good start to it. There are some nice pictures to go along with it, because this kind of an article requires pictures. You need to see how the restaurant looks like, how the food there looks like, and there everything is explained, even the prices are given, and you can see that it's a quality article. Okay, and all these information which is needed, like prices of the dish and what is there in the menu, everything is covered here very well. You can see there are some nice pictures. So this is a good article. This is how an article should be, with spaced paragraphs, short paragraphs, not very long ones. This is a good article. Now I'll show you the opposite. Okay, it's the same restaurant, they're giving the same review, it's a similar website, but look at this. They just have one or two pics, which keeps on changing. It's not even relevant. You can see here that it's not really of the restaurant. And more importantly, if you see their article, it just looks like a mess. It's so congested. There are no paragraphs. It's just plain text. You can't even make out what is happening. You don't even feel like reading. When a reader comes on such an article, he or she will just close this window, by clicking this crosshair. So this is not a good article, and you'll never have that visitor coming back to your website because he or she knows that the experience was not good. Okay, so this is all about writing good articles. These are very basic things, and but many people do make mistakes in the basics. Okay, so make sure you don't do that, and make sure your articles are always quality. Put in the hard work once, because that article will stay with you forever. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.